started off as confusion. Nobody knew what really was going on. It felt kind of like we were just kind of put in there, you know, like here's your PPE and we just got to get to work and take care of these people.
The health minister every day on the TV was telling people to call 811. Our reader board where we see how many calls are coming through is broken because the call volume has gone up so much.
We got notified on March 15th that we're shutting down. We all thought it might be just a couple months.
Everyone was scared to come to work, and I think especially people with families, with children, elderly, but we knew we had our obligation to our job and to our province to keep the economy going. As an OHS member, I was getting asked questions from beginning of the shift to the end of the shift.
You get a lot more questions during a pandemic. It's a lot of extra work as a steward.
Members were worried, like what are our rights as workers? You know, how can we refuse unsafe work? It was challenging, it was tiring, and you know, it was mentally draining, and there's a lot of mental fatigue even right now with our members because this is still ongoing.
We were already going through a pandemic with the opioid crisis. You know, it's kind of causing our mental health to deteriorate a bit because we're taking on so much more. You know, not being able to go see family and friends and kind of decompress that way. You know, I think it's just all kind of just piling up.
We actually had an outbreak and I was directly working in one of the wings with the COVID. If you have the slightest symptom, you know, it puts you financially at risk, it puts your coworkers at risk, it puts everyone at risk.
We were actually starting bargaining when COVID hit. You know, if nothing else, this pandemic has proven that, you know, if people are sick, they should not be coming into work. It doesn't matter whether it's a pandemic or a cold, they should not be coming into work sick. So that was another big issue for us, was getting some sick time.
I think our union brought us to light as being these essential workers. I feel like we're being heard and we are appreciated by the community even.
When people see me in my scrub and my ID, they treat me differently. I said, oh, she's a frontline worker.
Even without COVID, we really need to invest in more frontline staff.
When we were deemed essential workers, you know, we weren't on the list of people that actually got the pay, and it just made the workers angry. We realized that I don't think anybody else was going to get it for us, and we would have to do it ourselves. So as a union, as a member, we started a campaign committee to figure out, hey, how are we going to let the government know that, and the public know that we deserve essential pay.
Many union members don't realize the power they have being in a union. It isn't the union and us, we are the union.
I've done my part in helping staff, and that makes you feel good as well, knowing that you're helping people feel safe at work.
I'm very proud to be a local chair, to be part of BCGEU, and I hope my members can see how important, you know, this union is.
You know, at the end of the day, we all are going to get through this, and I think that we're going to start to realize exactly where we're going to have to do some changes in our society.
You have to take the positives out of these types of situations, and I think there's always opportunity for change for the better.
Moving forward, you know, hopefully past this COVID stage where everyone gets their immunization shots and everyone's safe to work together again, that we can move towards bargaining and we can show solidarity and show our government and our employers that, you know, we are a strong force.